Mike Lindsley here, Main Street, Cooperstown. You see that? You see that guy's face? He sneaks in there like that. His name's Scott Pitoniak, one of my favorites. Baseball insider, author, Buffalo Bills for decades. You've been on my show a million times. You've been on my show so many times now, I can't even call you a recurring guest. I just got to call you like one of my best buds, man. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great, but should I get something, a gift certificate or something?
I'll give you a Hall of Fame bag.
All right. That's.
How about lunch at like Rosie's Corner when you're in town, right? A little pizza, a little Luna.
You know me. I like to eat.
I know, well, so do I. All right, so here we are, brought to you by our good friends at Stanley Law Offices, Rosie's Corner, and Brewerton Ace Hardware. Shop the best in steel, paint supplies, pool supplies, and more. We're walking down to the induction. 2:30 or so is when they're going to have it instead of 1:30. But I just wanted to kind of get an overview from you. You've covered this thing forever. This is my 21st, by the way. So
wow.
Yeah, I'm not a spring chicken anymore either. Man, it's kind of an interesting class, but obviously Ichiro leads the way. We know Sabathia's, hallmark numbers. Give me your overview of this class. Wagner's kind of a unique deal with the first lefty reliever going in as well.
Yeah, I think it's a good class. I mean, as you said, Ichiro is the class of the class. There's no question about it. And it's not just because, he's got 3,000 hits. He had 10 seasons of 200 plus hits, which is obviously a major league record, broke Pete Rose's record. And all the other stats, 500 stolen bases, whatever, and 10 gold gloves. It's the fact that he opened the door for all these Japanese players, particular position players. Because we knew Hideo Nomo came over, in the 90s, and he pitched 2 no-hitters, and but there was still that feeling, Mike, that no position players.
And quick flashes for Arabu. It wasn't sustainable, but it was, and then he was gone. But you're right, the position guys, could they?
Right.
Could they?
Right. And the thing now is, he laid the foundation for Ohtani, and now we get to see, the best player on the planet overall, all-around player. I mean, Judge is great. There's no question about it. But so I think, his significance, his historical significance, Ichiro's goes well beyond the stats that we love, to fixate on.
Yeah, the uniqueness of him, the brand of him, the Far East part of him. I think the only guy you really can compare to Ichiro from those standpoints, 3,000 hit club and the mark he made for his homeland would be like a Clemente. I mean, it's right? That's comparable?
I think it's a real good comparison, Mike. I think Clemente's clearly opened the door for the Latin American players to come here. I mean, you still hear guys talking about he was their hero, still is, all these.
Retire that number, by the way.
Oh, yeah. There's that. There's a good argument to be made for that.
Yeah.
But, I think that's a great comp. I really do, because he has opened up not only Japan, but also just the whole Pacific Rim there is opened up now, with players from South Korea and Taiwan and on and on and on. And I think it's just, and look at it, they're dominating.
I know.
I mean, look at the World Baseball Classic. Yeah. And I think another thing, he set the foundation there for that tremendous duel between Ohtani and his former teammate Mike Trout. I mean, that was maybe the most impactful international baseball event of our lifetime, if you think about it.
Yeah, it was epic, and we know Sabathia, with the 250 wins, 3,000 strikeouts, World Series, in 09 with the Yankees, the last time they won it, and the Cy Young and all the rest. But, Ichiro, I remember getting a press pass to cover a few games in New York, and I remember saying, I want to cover this guy. I want to see him. I just want to tell people I saw this guy play. Because, the baseball ninjas, my guy John Walzik would tell you. So, real quick, got to do one Bills question for you. We're coming up on it. I mean, I want to say fortunately and unfortunately, right? I mean, because they're one of the best teams in the league again. That's the great part. We know about JA-17 and how big his brand is. But they're going in with the same narrative. It's can you, right? I mean, can you get over it?
Yeah, and I think it's all set up for them, which always makes me nervous.
I know.
But I mean, when you look at it, Mike, look at the schedule.
Oh.
The schedule is tough, when you've got those 4 teams. But they're, when you're going to play the Chiefs, the Eagles, Baltimore, and Cincinnati, you're playing them all at home. Yeah. Not only at home, Mike, but they're spread out.
Yes.
It's not like, we got to play them back to back.
Very fair.
Or whatever.
Very fair.
So it's all laid out. Got to stay healthy. Got to get more production out of your pass rush. We know that's the name of the game. Joey Bosa would be great if he could come through and be a big time guy for them. And get to Mahomes and whatever and get over that hump. That's the first one. You got to get the Super Bowl first, and they haven't been able. And they haven't had the number 1 seed. Got to get that number 1 seed this time around.
That's fair. I mean, we've seen the Chiefs. The Chiefs have been able to come in and win. When the Bills were like a 2, which is fine, but it would be nice to see the 1 not from the home standpoint, the extra week. The
Yes.
extra week of rest. Get the linemen healthy in the trenches. Get those guys going.
Yeah.
The Bills have missed a lot of pieces in the playoffs. We're walking and talking, finishing, right? What do you think? Here with Scott Pitoniak. But that's my big thing. Just that's the one thing, too, they haven't done in the postseason. Like, get the 1 seed and let's see you in that role now, because that's what we haven't done. We haven't seen
They
that.
haven't gotten that. And like you say, that the most important thing to me is the rest on the wear and tear, because such a long season now.
God.
Long. Look at Kansas City. How many games extra games they
That's
played
right.
in the postseason? They played, and it's getting to them. We can see that.
It really is.
Got to get that number 1 seed. Get healthy. Be like no excuses. It's all laid out for him. Stay healthy, number 17, and just let him fling it.
Yeah, and a heck of a way to end the Rich Stadium, Ralph's,
It's all
Wilson,
laid-
new
Mike,
era.
It's
all
the
laid out.
storylines
This is
right
it.
there, buddy. You got a Hallmark movie, Christmas movie
Yes,
coming out.
Hard
the freaking
Knocks.
Bills.
That's what
Come
this
on.
guy lives for. You live for the headline, right? The
That's right, the
storytelling.
storytelling.
But honestly, nobody does it better than you, man. You know, I love your work. I read your article on the Bills. I read your article on, my gosh, I mean, the Rory one that you had was awesome when he won the Masters, which was great. The Rochester connection there. And obviously, he does his work so good here in Cooperstown, too. Give the people anything you want to plug. I know Rochester Business Journal, but you're in the program, you're in the magazines of Baseball Memories here in Cooperstown. Man, you've been doing this forever.
Yeah, I it's a shill, but become a member of the Hall of Fame and you get the magazine for free, and
Right.
you get it like 6 to 7 times a year. Get the yearbook and stuff. I love writing for it. I always learn something new. Tremendous history, and it goes beyond baseball, as we see with Ichiro.
Yeah.
So I become a member. It's not all that expensive. I think it's like $40 a year or whatever. And you get that magazine as well.
And you can go old school to the mailbox. And there's still something to that, right?
Hold
For
it
old
in your
guys like me and you.
hands. Hold
Yeah.
it in your hands.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
See how I lumped that in?
I like
old
that.
guys like us. Right?
Well, yeah, you're not old. My goodness.
Scott Pitoniak, my man, always finding it on Main Street in Cooperstown. It's all brought to you by our good friends at the Allen Angus Pub, Welch & Company Jewelers, and Stanley Law Offices. Get your maximum award today at Stanley Law Offices. Let's hit up this induction. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It stopped raining for a change, so we're all set. We're
There
all
you
ready
go.
to go.
ML Sports Platter, as I always tell you, enjoy the games.